Hey, welcome back, everybody. Yesterday, today is the 24th, so yesterday on the 23rd, I came up to the woods, the Withlacoochee State Forest, Richland Wildlife Management Area, because I wanted to make a little video. I've had some people ask me about where I'm riding around here in Florida, because there's not a lot of good places to go riding, but some of the places that I ride are most of the places I ride are in the Withlacoochee State Forest. So if you're unfamiliar with this area, this road right here is State Road 50. Cortez Boulevard, it's also called. State Road 50 is the name I always call it. And right back up that direction is US 301. If you continue to go west on State Road 50 from here, maybe about 5 miles, you're going to come to Croom. So if you've ridden Croom, where I'm going to ride today is not too far from there. But when I made the video yesterday, some of it was pretty decent content, some of it was crap. But unfortunately, I didn't get all of it. For whatever reason, I thought I was recording, I wasn't recording. And when I went home and tried to upload the video, and then edit the video, which is a pain in the butt all by itself, large parts of my video were gone. So I'm just going to come up here real quick. I'm going to ride up here longer, but I'm only going to record part of it. And I'll just show you some of the stuff that I showed you yesterday, or tried to. So this is just any random trail going into the forest. I take this one quite a bit. I like some of the side trails that are on it. I don't think it's got any kind of marking. It's just past where I showed you that sign. It's the first trail on the left, on the north side of State Road 50. So I just come up in here, but I wanted to show you a little thing that looks like it probably used to be a mine. I imagine a rock quarry or something, maybe. It might totally not be a mine at all. Maybe it's just something that's wallowed out now over time, but based on some of the rock formations that I see sticking out from the sides, I'm guessing it was some kind of stone quarry. So here we are, here's the quarry. I came up here yesterday. I think this is where my problem started. My battery had died, so I came up here, just like I'm doing now, and turned around. And when I stopped right here to shut off the bike and change the battery, I must have never started recording again when I got it all running. So this is that little quarry, mine, whatever you want to call this thing. It's got a lot of hill climbs over there. A lot. It's got 3 or 4 hill climbs over there. Some of them I couldn't do on the bike. They're too steep, too ragged. You can see straight ahead that grayish area as opposed to brown. That's all rock over there. That's why I'm thinking this might have been some kind of stone quarry. But yeah, you got a little water retention pond here now because it hasn't dried up. But over on this side, that was all flooded. In fact, at one point, this whole thing looked like one big pond. So it's drying up. I don't know how deep it is out there, so I haven't ridden through it. Judging by this, it's maybe not too deep, but I don't care to get stuck out there. So I've just been coming out here, and there's a few little runs that I do. This hill here. I get excited about stuff like this because I don't really find a whole lot of this in Florida, not out in the woods either, because it's a real flat terrain out here. Croom, I understand, has a lot of things like this, but I think they've probably man-made it. But anyway. So the CRF250L handles this kind of stuff very well. There's no problem with it. then we can go back down it. If you notice, there are a couple of those holes. They're maybe not overly deep, but they drop in there pretty quick. So if they're underwater and you don't know they're coming up, it's a painful experience. I've done it a few times out here, thinking I could ride through something, and then realized I probably should have made a different decision. So another thing, a couple of people have asked me about the mods I've got on the 250. Not many. I've done a few things to it, but nothing outrageous. So what I have is a 2017 Honda CRF250L. I think I've got on about, let's see, 1,507 miles. I bought it new. It was $5,200 and change out the door, taxes, tag, title, everything. I thought that was a very reasonable price. So since I've had it, I've put on this FMF exhaust, just the exhaust, no header pipe. I left the stock header pipe on there. Those are different tires than came with the bike. These are Motoz Enduro. Motoz Tractionator Enduro ST for soft terrain. That's what the ST stands for. From what I understand, and maybe I'm wrong, but I believe the actual compound of a tire that's meant for soft terrain is harder than one for medium, probably for grip. But these tires have been lasting real long. I put them on with maybe 100 or 2 miles, so they've got between 1,100 and 1,400, something like that, miles on them. And they're still in really good shape. The rear is starting to wear down. You can see that the side lugs are still good, but the center is starting to wear down. It's still got a good bit on it, though. And the front is actually doing a little bit better than the rear, I think. But that tread design, that works out real well. It grips up nicely on the road. I don't have any issues with it. So there it is. I've put on those Acerbis, hand guards. I changed out the gearing from 1440 stock to 13 in the front, 42 in the rear. Gives you a little bit more oomph, especially riding around in the woods. On the street, it's maybe not preferable, but out here for the riding that I do, it does real good. I could still get this bike up to 72, 73 miles an hour on the road, and that's accurate. I have one of the electronic speedometer compensators on there, where you plug in your gear ratio, your tire sizes, whatever. I forget all that it asked you, but you program that in, and then it goes in line of the factory speedometer and the computer and corrects it. So what I read is as accurate as it's going to be. It might still be off a mile or two per GPS, but most bikes are anyway. So yeah, I can still get this bike up to about 72, 73 miles an hour. In Florida, I'm really at sea level. I'm probably a few hundred feet up in my area, because the Gulf from here is about an hour drive west. So that's what I can get with the bike. 1342 gearing, I can get about 72, 73 miles an hour max out of it. So yeah, these holes here, what I'm talking about, that's probably not too deep, but if you're coming along and you just dump in there, it's jarring anyway. So that's a good little spot. We can go up this way a little bit more. I don't think there's a whole lot happening up this way. But I haven't explored it very much either, so it's kind of hard to say. Maybe there's another mine up here somewhere, or a ghost town. There's a lot of little old towns that were here in the early 1900s, out in these woods. And some people come up here and make videos like this, showing you where they're at. And there's not really much to see anymore. You might find a corner of a building, a foundation. Well, let's go down one. Let's go see what we can find. Sun's right in my eyes. Should have taken a trail to the east. A lot of beautiful scenery up here, though. Especially when you see some of these old oak trees. Yeah. This trail's pretty dry. I think I'll fold in my mirrors. They're getting tagged a lot. Oh man, that was a huge spider web. I hate spiders. Those jokers, they're huge. Hi. All right. It's distracting looking at yourself. What do we got over there? Oh, the railroad tracks. This is getting kind of hairy. I have no idea where this trail is going to take me, but it's a nice one. Oh, we got a split. Well, I know that's going to run down along the tracks. I don't know where that's going to go. Let's go up there and look. I have a feeling this is going to do a loop. It's looking kind of loopy. It did. We're back out to the main trail. Well, that was nice. This ain't the same one I brought in, I don't think, is it? Let's see, my tire tracks out there? Nope. Oh yeah, there it is. There's my tire track. I think I want to go this way. Oh wait, what'd that sign say? Grassy. What the hell does that mean? Grassy. I barely saw any grass. As you can see, here's somebody in their grocery getter. Having no trouble navigating it. Oh, that's one of those Toyota pickup trucks. He must be a millennial. Hold the phones. This is the way we came. Oh yeah. Earlier I came up to this split right here and said, oh, that must take you out to 50. Well, it probably does if you go the right way. This one I know does. Just trying not to scare him. Where was he? He's up there a little bit. Look at that little guy. Went into his, no, he's not in his shell either. Hey, turtle. Yeah, maybe he did. Yep, he's full on shelling. Turtle head. I see his turtle head poking through. Usually I come across those guys on the trails more than I do out here in this main road. I think some people make it a sport to run those over. Kind of ticks me off. He ain't doing nothing. Or she. I'm not trying to label the turtle. I don't know what it identifies as. Give you another view of the mine from up top. Pretty nice. Sorry about that sun. Alright. Well, now that we know where we are, be a good spot to end this video. No sense in jabbering any longer than necessary. But I will say it's been fun. I hope you enjoyed this ride. I know I'm not the most entertaining person in the world, but hey, who is? If you want, just give me a like on this, maybe leave a comment, pointers, suggestions, whatnot. Subscribe if you haven't. I don't have many subscribers, but I don't put out enough content to justify subscribers, so I don't blame you. But I've enjoyed it. Thank you again. Keith out.